Hello everybody, referring to the most of reputable statistical institutes, it is announced that projects' materials cost are represented by 40 to 60% of total project cost, so applying a real-time cost control on materials will help to enhance project performance and increase profitability. This is Ashraf Elshaer, and in this video I'm going to show you a web-based application which can provide a real-time support for all stakeholders responsible for a project, starting from top management, project managers, procurement, supply chain, and end up to technical teams. This application is totally created using Python language with the aid of dedicated data analysis libraries like Numpy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Plotly, and Streamlit. Let's start. As a user, all you need to do is to copy and paste the shown link on any browser, then press enter. You can find a link above this video so you can click on directly. Now, your web page consists of two parts. The first part is the main web page, which is consisting of 3 stages, starting from data entry, passing through data cleaning, and end up to data analysis. The second part is a sidebar which is related to providing overall indicators and insights for project or sum of projects as per user requirements. Here you can find boundaries of each stage user shall follow consequently to take off toward his targeted insights. Let's start with the first stage, where you can find a predefined schedule user shall fill in carefully before submit. Info message obtained to ask user to fulfill all required data. Our edited schedule, designed with the same format of Excel files as our application, is dedicated to handle structured data only. It consists of 17 columns starting from index columns, date, time, calendar, to ensure data validation. Item description, where you can add flexible text which preferred to meet description mentioned in released p.os. Here we can add items part number as per datasheet. Now we have sum of columns, which is limited to a drop-down list to ensure data validation and to avoid users' input deviation, which will lead to misleading insights later. Unit, trade, clause, brand, origin, road, location, and progress, percent, columns are assigned to a limited selections as shown. Progress ratio, percent, was defined based on contractual billing conditions. Each ratio represent progress ratio, percent, to stay on billing worthy as shown. Here user shall insert quantities of this item as per contract, but user shall consider other columns before insertion. It means in our example that inserted quantity shall be dedicated for a specific clause, trade, location, and so on. For example, if we have the same item description for multi-trades but aggregated in our contract, in this case contract quantities breakdown is obligatory to get accurate and clear insights later for each trade. Here also we can add pre-planned budgeted cost as per contract. During project progress, quantities may be deviated away mentioned in contract, so here we have to add actual quantities. Also, cost may be varied along project lifetime, so here we can add most dated cost as per released p.os. Finally, we shall add targeted unit sales price, including other labor and non-labor costs, in addition to our targeted profit. Now we have to submit our first record to get our first output. Congratulations message obtained to confirm submitting our records inside database. Also existed database shown below for user look back. Now, application told us that mentioned data had been appended to .csv file which is existed on cloud where you can extract, transform and return it back once required. Otherwise, here you can notice that input data are limited to 16 columns only which ended by a column named Target Unit Sale, EGP, while generated database extended to be 33 columns which mean generating additional 17 columns automatically which we can call them as targeted columns, which we can use later to get all required KPIs and metrics. Now we have to use pre-recorded data to insert in our app instead of manual insertion to save time. So let's copy these 8 records and paste in our application. We can notice missing values here for the first record, but before fulfilling all missing values let's see another feature provided by app. Great! Warning message obtained to tell user the inserted records cannot be exported to database due to missing which needs to be revised as highlighted in red, so user shall fulfill before submitting again. Now we have to fulfill all missing data then submit again. Great! Now all our records have been appended to our existed database and user can have a look on it. Now we have finished the first stage related to data entry. Let's move to the second stage related to data cleaning. Data cleaning can be achieved through 2 main steps. The first step is to ensure fulfilling all missing data to avoid obtaining null values in our dataset which may lead to a misleading insights. Fortunately, this step has been already fulfilled during entry stage as shown earlier. The second step is to check/remove duplicated records in dataset. For sure duplicated data existence will lead to duplication in values and consequently will get inaccurate insights, so before proceeding on let's add the same data we have inserted earlier and check capability to remove duplication. Duplicated data have added to existed database. Also we can show duplicated list using Show Duplication button. Apply sorting on description will help to check similarities more clearly. As noted, while we have multi-duplicated records, through using a button named Select Duplicates need to be removed, a new checkbox column generated to select required records to be removed. Apply sorting again and start to select duplicated items. User shall decide duplication along all column records to avoid removing unique records. Pressing on Drop Selected Rows will apply removing duplicated records inside database. Now you can show updated database as shown below. Let's moving forward to last stage related to data analysis compartment, which including predefined KPIs, metrics and visualizations enforced by different filters to enable user to select his own output based on his own vision. Now we are going to talk about first insight related to KPIs and metrics. We shall refer to Project Cost Management part in PMBOK 5th edition guide. As show, this part shows most common KPIs used in project management to stay on project performance, like planned value, earned value, actual cost, budget at completion, schedule variance, variance at completion, cost performance index, estimate at completion, estimate to complete factors, and etc. Let's open sidebar where we can show overall insights based on our inputs. At first, overall profit indicator obtained showing different layers and boundaries. In below you can show legend for all numbers. For example, green color represent current gain profit to date, gray color represent maximum expected profit we can achieve by the end of the project based on current performance. Also red line represent the planned target profit during bidding stage. Also 303K represent total price of the inserted items including total cost and profit. Earlier we have been working on a sample of data. Now let's collect a predefined big data which cover all possible inputs for our app to get a full insights. In that Excel sheet we have more than 5,000 records we have to collect to insert inside our application. Now you can see all exported records inside our edited table. After fulfilling all missing we can press submit to update our database. Awesome, we have inserted a big amount of data inside database within a few minutes. Let's open sidebar to have a general overview. A progress of all roads are generated directly, moreover overall progress for all roads has been shown. Also overall KPIs generated automatically. One of the awesome features provided is the capability to filter on one or more elements to get aggregated insights based on your selection. You can add or clear in compelling and easy way. Let's have a deep look on KPI's part. We can notice help icon for each metric showing clarification and equation basis for each KPI. This tool is helpful for users who are not specialized in costing or who cannot recall equations of how it can be used. Moreover, you have sub-indicators colored red or green based predefined limitations to give alarm for top management that may help in decision-making or mitigation action. Let's start with the first visualization. It is a bar chart showing a relation between roads on x-axis and all numerical values generated by application. You have a filter to select on or more attribute to show relations between side by side. Here we decided to show relation between BAC, AC and EV values along roads. Here you can notice that actual cost exceeded earned value and budget for all roads, which means bad performance. For info, the mentioned values are just samples and don't meet actual values for privacy purposes. Fortunately, all visuals used in this app are dynamic, so it provides some magnificent features like hide/show categories, full screen, zoom in and zoom out, and ability to download chart in PNG format for later reporting purposes based on user experience. Another visualization showing cash flow projection and relation between cash in and cash out. This kind of charts provide time series analysis which depend on time/date column mainly, and it cannot be generated without predefined time/date column. In addition to provided features same to shown earlier in bar chart, it also provide a specific filters named start date and finish date to show cash flow within limited time frame. It also can be achieved through manual zooming inside chart body. Another part of our dashboard dedicated for segmentation for all categorical data in UDataset. It consists of 3 charts laid side by side to enable comparison. Each donut chart can be generated using 2 main filters, the first related to numerical data, and the other related to categorical data as shown. Around 96 charts can be generated by each part. Which means around 142,880 comparison through these three charts by applying combination equation, and here's some examples showing amount of varieties user can extract inside a small area in our web page. Another chart called box plot. This chart is very useful for statisticians. In our case it is designed to have numerical insights for actual to-date profit on trades basis by zooming on one of trades called electrical system. Here you can see two parts, the first called box plot, and it is used to provide 5 summary values. Minimum profit. Maximum profit. First quartile, third quartile, and finally median. These numbers, in addition to average or mean, is too important for statisticians to have a clear look on data distribution. The second part showing scattered data, showing data intensity and distribution, which may give indicator about data redundancy and where most of profit laid. As shown, also most of data are laid between minimum and maximum values, and any other values larger than maximum can be considered as biased values which can be neglected during decision making. Above mentioned is the same for all trades, but all are aggregated on the same chart. On the other hand, application provide a feature to show records which cause highest profit. All you need to do is to select a specific trade and records with max profit will be extracted from database. This feature can also help to stay on items with highest profitability, and it can be used as a tricky way to compensate other items with negative profitability. Here we can repeat the same steps as per above, but now on clause basis. For more clarification, clause is the lower level of trades layer. Now we have to move towards another kind of chart called stack chart. Here you can see relational ratios between actual sales and actual profit to date along all rows. Finally, let's show the latest chart called scatter plot. This chart used to show relations between numerical values only. User have to use values to show on both x-axis and y-axis to get trendy chart. It also show the intensity of data and in which range records are laid. Moreover, using categorical filter you can add legend for any selected categorical data if you want add third dimension for your chart. And here's some examples showing amount of varieties user can extract inside a small area in our web page. At the end, while technical and cost control teams are asked to prepare delta sheets showing quantities variance between existed on contract and actual quantities required based on site conditions or client requirements, and while it require a big effort by teams to prepare variation orders, now it is too easy to generate that sheet with one click, which can filter on and extract all items with quantity variance larger than 0. Then the extracted schedule can be downloaded directly in .csv or Excel format.